Hello everyone, how are you feeling today? It's Eros71 here, and today I'm coming at you with the Vendread combo videos that I promised for you guys. Hopefully the camera is adjust for your liking, and unfortunately I have to film it from a little bit high up than usual, so as you can see, like, my hand goes a little bit more higher and it's a little bit more smaller on the screen, so that's a little bit of maybe not the most, adjusted into the right direction, but hopefully it's okay. Now before we begin, next video, like I promised, is going to be the Magician Girls, so don't worry about that. The deck profile is going to come next week. We'll see when, but it's going to come out next week. And before we'll jump to the combo right itself, I'm going to tell you guys really quickly the changes that went into the main deck and extra deck, and substitute cards because I just don't have the money or the reasons why I don't have those certain cards. So starting things off, instead of Soul Charge, we have a third burial from different dimension. We have Digitron, which is supposed to substitute for Ibli, because we're on a little bit more a nightmare-heavy engine, but I cut down the second Vendread Evolution because I felt like it's kind of becoming a brick. Also, I cut down Vendread Revenants, which I felt like Vendread Revenants is kind of meh. I'm still on 100% sure which of the Vendread main deck monsters, not the ritual ones, I want to get rid of, but we'll see. I kind of decided Revenant because it does the less things, and this is supposed to be, instead of it, Shinobi Necro, which is the new tuner zombie from Savage Strike. And that's pretty much it for the changes for the main deck. Then we'll move to the changes in the extra deck. First and foremost, instead of Gumbler, I put Ningirsu as a Griffin. We have Gaia Saber as a unicorn, Las Philanthropist, or whatever you pronounce this guy, as a Summon Sorceress, Underclock Taker, because I decided that Ripperdokus is kind of bad for this deck, because I don't really need it, and I don't like the arrows that he has, and Underclock Taker is a better arrows in my opinion, so Underclock Taker is instead. And then, lastly, I heard for the comments down below that people want me to put what her name again? Beatrice, and it's actually working quite well, but I don't have Beatrice, so I'm putting Sheridan, which is also rank 6 instead, and it's supposed to be instead of the Omega that I run in the extra deck, because I felt like Omega just doesn't really do anything, even though it's an amazing card, don't get me wrong. And that's pretty much it for the things. I'm going through them as quickly as possible, and now I'm going to show you the two cards that you need technically to commit this combo and end up with a very crazy board. These are the two cards that you technically need. Of course, it's depending on your hands and draws and everything. These are technically the two cards that I was able to, end the board with, full board with an extra link technically, but not really having an extra link. It's something that you're going to see and find out really, really cool. But the problem is that sometimes you need to have extenders and draw pieces and stuff like that. So I'm going to say in advance that I will, so to speak, cheat in order to show you the better board. We'll see how that will go. Hopefully I will not be needing to use certain cards in hand and or not draw into cards that are bad, but sometimes in order to show you the full board I need to sometimes do particular things. So without further ado, let's get started, and we're going to draw a fresh hand, and I'm going to shuffle right here on the screen and then draw. So we're going to shuffle, and we're going to cut down, and then we're going to draw 3 cards. So we're going to draw the following cards from our hand, which are going to be 1, 2, and then 3. Wow, this is an interesting one. That actually can work quite well when you think about it. So, starting things off, we're going to start off by summoning the Shiranui Solitaire, tribute it, goes to grave, and then you summon the Unizombie, which is right here. Then we're activating Preparation of Rites. We're going to search the... where is it? Slayer, where are you? This is 1, and then this is 2. Yeah, this is 2. Then, we're going to activate the effect of Unizombie, which I don't know why I'm shuffling the deck, but okay. We're going to the effect of Unizombie by sending to the graveyard the Shinobi Necro. Would you think that's a little bit weird that I'm sending him to the graveyard, but trust me, he's very important. So where are you? There you are, on the top of the deck. Wow. And it's also kind of really good, because you have an exact level 6 now, so you can perform a ritual summon. Now, for this particular case, we can go really interesting routes here. Because because we have an extra cards in hand, and we don't technically need, like, we can go with this. And like I said, it's like technically you need 2, but you can go extend whatever you want if you have good extenders. I think I will not use the Shiranui Solitaire Engrave, and instead of that I will use a Mizuki in hand and banish the Shinobi Necro for my graveyard in order to ritual summon. So this goes to graves, and this special summon itself, then this special summon itself, then Gazuki effect activate in grave, you banish the Solitaire, and then you summon the Mizuki, which is pretty good actually. You think like this is like a little bit of overkill maybe in hand, but like it's actually working quite well, and you have another summon from grave. So I would go with this one, and I guess this one to go to grave. I mean, technically right now, actually I forgot, because you special summon from the graveyard. Actually, that's not the graveyard. When you summon with Shinobi Necro, my apologies. When you summon with Shinobi Necro from the graveyard, a zombie monster, and he's on the field, he's giving you to draw and discard a card, and with his additional effect of like when you banish him for a card effect, you get to special summon him from the banish pile, but then banish him when he's leaves the field. So we're going to use those two specifically, just because I want to. And then we're going to bring out the Vampire Sucker, which is right here. And then we're going to add to our hand the Evolution. Where are you? And then we're going to send to our grave the Vendread Strategist, which is... Where are you? Those cards are just like going places. So this is going to be sent out to the graveyard. We're going to reveal a Vendread card. Special summon. Now you have 2 draw effects in sequence. Now... in this particular case, I probably will go Vampire Sucker first and then Link Infraflyer, because then I will get an additional card technically in hand, so I can use it for whatever I want if I want to discard. So we're going to go with her, and like I said, I'm going to shuffle right now, because you need to shuffle for this one. And then we're going to draw. So we're going to draw, first card will be the... Okay, that's interesting, that's actually kind of good. And then for Shinobi Necro, we're going to draw this card, which is, okay, this is actually kind of excellent for the combo. So we're going to use Shinobi Necro effect to ditch Necrowold Banshee. We're going to banish the Necrowold Banshee. And then we're going to immediately activating Zombie War from our deck, which already taking another brick out of our deck, which is pretty good, actually. So next, we're going to use those 2 to make... This is, of course, getting banished. Then you're going to make the... Where she's again? You're going to have Summon Sorceress, so to speak. Summon Sorceress. Activate her effect. Special summon, of course, the boy himself that give you all the weird combos. And that is Goblin Zombie, right here. Activate, not activate actually, use those 2. It sounds to you a little bit weird what I'm going to use with those 2. But we're going to go immediately into a Synchro Summon. This is getting banished. And then we're going to get to our side of the field, the Stardust Charge Warrior, which going to give us refill in hand. We're going to get Mizuki, and then we're going to get a draw from Stardust Charge Warrior. We're going to draw this. Wow, this is excellent. So now we're going to do kind of interesting things. First off, we're going to activate this, which is actually kind of excellent that we drew into this. We add Origin back from our grave, and we add Battlelord, where are you? Battlelord back to our hand. Then, this is here, by the way, we're going to use the... What are we going to do right now? Let me see in grave real quick. So we technically don't really have anything. So we're going to use Origin Evolution to send another Battlelord with this to our special summon this, which after we send another Battlelord from our deck to the grave. Then we're going to use those 2 to make Proxy Dragon, which then trigger up Battlelord effect, giving us the Executor, of course, and then sending to our graveyard, I guess, the Core. No, Core. This is core. So then we're going to shuffle, and this is going to go to grave. And we're going to banish it from our grave, this card, which is called Mizuki. We're going to banish it. And then we're going to summon a Goblin Zombie, once again, using Goblin Zombie and Link and summon Sorceress technically, to make a Griffin, right to this zone, which then we can trigger up Griffin effect by discarding a card, which is going to be our Mizuki, which actually, technically, you are going to activate Goblin Zombie effect again to search the third Mizuki, but you need to discard one of them. You get to set one card on the field, which will be, I guess, let's say this one, because that's the best one, I would say, from our grave. And then you're going to pretty much draw a card on top of that, which is kind of cool, actually. So you're going to draw on top of that another card, which is pretty good. So let's shuffle real quick, and then we're going to draw another card. Okay, that right here. And, oh my god, draw a card. Okay, that's not really what I expect to see, but it's not the end of the world to see. So, actually I can work with this. So, technically what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to banish for this, summon the, what is it, Slayer from our grave. Then you're going to use those two to make the Beatrice, so to speak. Activate the Beatrice effect, send a card from your deck to grave, which is going to be Hound Horde, which is kind of convenient that is in your bottom of your deck. Activate Hound Horde effect, ditch this, special summon. Then we're going to use those two. This is getting banished. This is going to grave. And we're going to summon the Cerberus right here. Okay? We're going to activate Core Effect in grave by banishing a zombie, which we're going to banish this one because it's treated as a zombie. And we're going to summon it. We're going to use it, banish, special summon Linkarebo, which is going to put to this zone. Then we're going to activate the, I think, Burial from Different Dimension. Okay? Activate Burial from Different Dimension. Then you return to your grave. I think I will return Core and Mizuki's, both of them. Return them both to grave. Banish one of your Mizuki's to summon Goblin Zombie again. Then you're going to use the second Mizuki. Actually, let's think about it for a second. You can technically go with Anima right now to banish it, to special the Hound Horde to save yourself a Mizuki, so I think that will be the better choice. Use those two. Summon Phoenix. Activate Goblin Zombie effect. Add to our hand, I guess, this one right here. Trust me, that's actually will be kind of good. And then we're going to use Phoenix to summon Mermaid. Mermaid goes right here. Activate Mermaid effect by ditching card. Summoning the Ibli to your side of the field, which is actually Digitron. And then you also get to draw a card, which is kind of cool. So let's see what card we're going to draw. And we're drawing a card, which is actually really good that we draw this one. So what's going to happen right now is that you can technically go into a Linkarebo. That's why I said Linkarebo is really good. But I think I would go, actually, because Linkarebo, not Linkarebo, Underclock Ticker can be used later down the line. I think it's kind of a waste. So let's just banish the Mizuki from grave, the Mizuki that we ditched. Summon this back. Use all those three. Sounds like a waste, but trust me, it's actually kind of good. Use all those three. This goes to your opponent. And then you summon your so-called Unicorn, which is right here. Next up, we're going to ditch... We're going to ditch this card. to shuffle this back into the deck. And then we're going to draw another card, which is going to be the following card. We'll see what card it is. And it's going to be this. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I don't really need it, but okay. Then we're going to use all those three, which is sound again like an overkill, but trust me, it's actually kind of good, to summon Trigate Wizard, which is right here. Then we're going to activate, let's see how many Mizukis I have in grave. I have one, which is kind of odd for me. So let's just fix that. So let's return 2 Mizukis, because I need 2 Mizukis. And then let's return, I guess, let's return the Anima for being useful later down the line. So then you're going to banish 2 Mizukis. It sounds a little bit just strange for doing that. I mean, actually, one of these effects is not really that useful, but I still like to have it just in case. And the ones that I'm going to refer to summon are Hound Horde and Core, which, like I said, technically you don't really need a Hound Horde effect for your Executor, but I just like to have the Hound Horde effect just in case. So now we're going to activate Origin by sending this of course goes to grave, this goes to grave, both of these giving your Executor another effect. Then this goes to grave because I want to have his effect. And then we're going to banish, I guess Goblin Zombie because it doesn't really do anything. And then this is going to get summoned, this is going to get banished because his effect. And then you get to special summon this boy right here, giving you an additional disruption on board. Oh, sorry about that. And then lastly, we're going to banish, how many Mizukis I have in grave? Maybe I shouldn't have used for what is said, Hound Horde, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. So then you banish 1, summon the Cerberus, and then you activate this technically to return all 3 back, and I will return only 2 because just one of them I'm going to banish to summon the Phoenix. And there you go. You have an extra link board, so to speak, with few cards in deck, and technically, okay. Let's assess this board, shall we? Your opponent cannot tribute your monsters, and he cannot pretty much use, that means no Sphere Mode, no Gamma Seal, and no any other type of Kaiju card that is tribute summoning. He cannot destroy your co-linked monster by battle, cannot destroy them by card effects. You have a negate on board, and then you also have an ability to deal with that in battle if he's trying to attack you with the Ibli. All of your cards cannot be targeted. You can banish 1 monster on the field and you can negate an effect of a zombie because everybody is zombie on the field. Which is freaking insane, because technically the only card that can break this, my apologies, is evenly matched. Because Twin Twister cannot target, because your zombie world consider as a card like other cards. Like, it doesn't say other monsters, it say other cards. And this cannot also be targeted because I used Core on the field. So you get non-targeting for all of your field, Disruption 1, Disruption 2, Negate 1, Negate 2. And also Disruption 3, technically. So this field is absolutely insane. And also you gave your opponent technically the Ibli. So I think you guys kind of, I can say that you guys kind of enjoy this combo pretty much all over the board. Now, technically we don't have a lot of resources in our extra deck. We have 3 cards in our extra deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards in our main deck, which is technically the highest number that are always achieved, and no cards in hand. Now, this combo sometimes ranges because, depending on the hands that you got, up to 3 cards in hand, up to 4 cards in extra deck, and 12 cards in main deck, and of course the number of cards banished. So this is the not most optimal in hand, but I do think that it's pretty good. You can end up with a very annoying result for your opponent. Not a lot else for this one. Of course, it's depending, of course, if what your opponent can do, but you need to play this smartly. For example, like if my opponent tried to play out on me Ash, one really good target for Ash for me, because I already do the cost anyway, and like if I'm ditching a zombie that I want to have any in the grave, is actually a charge. Charge, that's why I like it, because it's a really, really good Ash Blossom bait. And yeah, you have cards for bait. I am kind of baiting which cards to cut down to add a Call by the Grave, of course, but, you know, we'll see. So, we might actually go to make this into a bigger deck, like a 43 cards deck, depending on the deck and the side and the things that I want to do. But that's pretty much it for now. It's been 20 or something minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the combo, and hopefully it's not really messy on the camera as you probably think it is. I think it is, actually. And yeah, see you guys next time for the Choose Your Deck Profile winner, which is Magician Girls, and see you guys next time. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe, and remember, creativity is the key in this game. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.